The industry average open rate for a cold email is 6%. That's it, 6%. And the average reply rate is even less. It's like 1%, if you're even lucky. So cold emails are emails that you're sending when you're not familiar with the lead. You maybe never even got an introduction, and you're just literally finding somebody maybe on LinkedIn, and then you write to them and say, hey, I got this product, I got this course, I got this something that I want you to buy. And I recently had somebody ask me about that. I had a consulting session and they showed me the email that they sent, and it does not work. And this is what 99% of my clients are doing, is these cold emails that's all about them, all about their product, and they just don't land. And so we know this. So we need to do something different. And I have something super fun that I will be showing you in this video. So the framework is SNTL. See their need, take the lead. A little cheesy, but at least you can remember it. See their need, take the lead. So it's all about them. You need to see their need. You need to understand them and what they need and who they are. And then you can grab that lead and you can do this. You can make the sale. So let's talk about what that looks like. Let's start with what not to do. This is something that I just got. This person did a really good job in explaining the email, right? They said, hey, this is what I do. This is who I am. I have this great tool for you, and here's a demo. Check it out for free. And it's not about the person at all. That email could have gone to anybody. That email did go to everybody, a copy and paste job. Instead, we need to switch that. But what I'm seeing most of the time is an email that says available to talk. Can I make an intro? I have a quick question. I get those all the time. I cannot tell you how many emails I get. People trying to sell me marketing sales tools. And I always have like, quick question, quick this, quick that. And it's like, no. Those are the types of things that you don't want to do. The subject line is so vital in this, but also the email itself. And so I wish everybody would know this. And I wish every single person that needs clients would know this. And that's why I'm making this video for you. So let's talk subject lines. I'm going to be the customer. I'm going to be your client that you're trying to reach and that you want me to be your client. I'm from Germany. I love my dog Bugsy. I talk about him online all the time. And I went to see you Boulder. Okay. So now you've done research on me, saw me on LinkedIn, you follow me on YouTube and Instagram, you've heard me talk about Bugsy, you know that I'm from Germany, and then I went to University of Colorado at Boulder in Colorado. Those are the three things. Put that in your subject line because it's so personalized. So you can literally put, see you Buff. Buffaloes are our mascot, and so Buff is the way we're known. See you Buff plus Germany plus get more leads. Something like that. Or you could say Bugsy's cute and here's how to get more leads. So either way, I'm going to open it because you're talking about Germany, talking about CU Boulder, you're talking about my dog Bugsy. How do you know my dog's name, right? And I'm going to open it. So the subject lines have to be super, super personalized like that. And that does require you to do research. But would you rather have 40% open rate with a subject line that's so awesome versus like no open rate at all? So do your research, do that work. And all you have to do is go on their socials. People talk about themselves constantly. Some people are private, so it'll be a little bit harder, but most people, there's something out there. LinkedIn is really easy. You can look at the university. People put their education on there. A lot of people also will put, especially if you're going for like executives and higher level people, they'll put like the board that they're sitting on. So you can talk about the board. They'll sometimes like add memberships on there that they're part of. So LinkedIn is a good starting point for most of you. And if you want something really personal, you probably have to dig a little deeper, look at some of the posts. If they're not doing personal stuff on LinkedIn, then go see if they're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Substack, or any other social platform. So the way that you can test if that subject line is going to work for you, it needs to make sense to nobody else besides that person. For example, if you put Bugsy, Germany, how to get more leads, people are going to be like, what are you talking about? What the hell is a Bugsy? But I know. So that's your test. Look at the subject line. If it makes sense to nobody else besides the person that you're writing to, you nailed it. A few quick tips. The subject lines don't have to be super short. You can actually make them longer in this case. Usually we like shorter because of spam filters and all that stuff. But for these cold emails, you want to make it a little bit longer. Second, you saw in my example, I use plus signs. Plus signs break things up really easily, and not a lot of people do them, so they do stand out in your inbox much more. Next, let's talk about the first sentence. So the first sentence has two reasons why we want that to be really, really good. One, in certain email views and email browsers, that shows up as a preview text. So it needs to like really look good and something that people are actually going to want to read. And second, if somebody does open it, the first sentence needs to grab them. It's the hook. All right, so again, I'm your potential client. So you're writing to me. You wrote Bugsy, see you buff, lead generation or something in the subject line. So I opened it because I'm like, oh, how does she know I went to see you at Boulder? So I'm going to open it. And if you write something like this, hi, Andrea, we have yet to be properly introduced. There's something familiar about saying that because no, we don't know each other. When you're saying yet to be properly introduced, it seems like we should have been, or maybe we have joint connections and we're in the same network. And it's just strange that we haven't been introduced. So there's something in the brain that makes it be like, oh, this is familiar. So I love that opening line. That's what I use when I have to do cold emails. There's another approach, second approach that I really like, and that is going straight into what the subject line pertained to and gives you some kind of familiarity with this person. So again, I'm Andrea. You said, see you buff, Bugsy, it's my dog's name, lead generation. Then you could say, Andrea, I saw that video you posted of Bugsy. I also saw that you have been looking at how to do lead generation better. Blah, 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 blah. That first sentence is so important. So either use that, hey, we haven't been properly introduced, or hey, I know this about you and I saw what you posted. This shows that you've done your research. And this also shows that I, as the person that you're targeting, is like, I need to know something about you. Like, well, you know all this about me. Like, I need to know something about you. So I'm going to keep reading. All right, the step number 3 is the value proposition. This is where most people break down. When they send emails, a lot of them copy and paste, so they write the same thing for everybody. You need to be highly, highly specific towards that one person. So this is where you need to give a value proposition that's for them. So it wouldn't be like, hey, Andrea, you want to grow marketing? No, that's like way too vague. But you could say, hey, Andrea, I saw you talking about you need to get more leads for your CMO growth guide company. Here's how I can help you. I can take your YouTube videos and edit them and put them on Instagram so you can get more leads or whatever it is that they're trying to sell me, right? So they're going really into detail. So now they know that I'm on YouTube. They know that I'm also on Instagram, and they're telling me exactly what they're going to do. So when this vague thing like, hey, look at how you can improve your marketing, vague, versus I'm going to take your YouTube videos, re-edit them, put them on Instagram, and then get you more leads, that's enticing, right? I'm going to keep reading. Step 4, the close. Now here is where some salespeople will say something different than me, but I've been doing this for 25 years. I've been the marketing head in many companies. I've also led sales at an e-commerce company. I work with salespeople very, very closely, and I know this works. So do it please this way, okay? 25 years of experience working for giant companies like Transamerica. The sales, the close. So a lot of people think being really aggressive is what gets you somewhere, and it does not. So a lot of people are like, here's my Calendly link, pick a time. Because what you're doing here, right, you're just like being presumptuous. Or some people will write, does Monday at 1 p.m. work for you for a call? Well, that's an easy out. I can just write back, I'm like, nope, not available on Monday. So what you want to do instead is you want to be really respectful of their time, and you want to just be more vague in this close, which is something a lot of salespeople shy away from. But being vague here is better because more likely people are going to write back. So the vagueness is going to be something like this. Hey, do you have time in the next 2 weeks to jump on a call so I can give you a demo? Or do you have time this month to jump on a call so I can tell you how I can help your company? You can also be even more vague, and this is one I usually use. Do you have time over the next week or 2 to learn more? Let me know what works for you, and I'll send a calendar invite. Simple, respectful of their time, and it puts you in control when they write back to schedule something for them. All right, let's put this all together. This is the SNTL framework. So remember, SNTL stands for see their need, take the lead. Number 1, subject line. Personalized, specific, shows you've done your research. Use plus signs to combine elements. Number 2, first sentence. Either a professional intro that implies you should know each other or dive straight into your personalization. Number 3, value proposition. State a specific challenge that you solve and that they have a need for. 4, the close. Open-ended time frame. Let them choose the time, you sent the invite, and don't be too aggressive. The whole philosophy here is that you're not just sending the same email to 500 people and you hear nothing. Instead, this is that you're sending 20 thoughtful emails that are personalized each week. Doing this is going to get you so many more replies than sending to 500 the same thing without any personalization. Now, if you like this video, please give it a like, give me some love, and also subscribe so you can get more marketing and sales tips to grow your business. Now, after 25 years in marketing, I've seen this work. So definitely try this out, test this out for a couple of maybe like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 20 people a month, email them, personalize it, and tell me how it goes. I'd love to hear.